Hello, and welcome to the Humane Fort Wayne Pet Promises Volunteer Orientation, one of our public volunteer opportunities where you don't have to commit to a certain number of hours or opportunities to volunteer. My name is Danny Wagner. I'm the Volunteer Development Coordinator at Humane Fort Wayne, and I will be walking you through today's orientation. First, let's meet the team. Our Pet Promises team consists of Melissa Osborne, our Service Administrator, and Shell Watson, our Resource Administrator. After this orientation, they will be the ones reaching out to you with future volunteer opportunities. So what is Pet Promises? Pet Promises was started in 2015. It is Indiana's most comprehensive pet retention and welfare program. It includes a pet food pantry with 5 pop-up locations and includes things like home deliveries and transportation help for homebound and disabled members of our community, as well as financial assistance for families who live at or below poverty level.
The hardest phone calls for me were those that came in from people who love their animals but were unable to afford veterinary care for them. And I saw then and there that this community was really lacking services that were critical to people who already had their animals. They loved animals. They didn't need to adopt a cat or dog, but they did need help providing care for the cat and dog they already loved. When we launched Pet Promises in 2015, it was with the understanding that we wanted to be able to ensure that people who loved their animals were able to keep those animals. Humane Fort Wayne now offers so many options. For example, we have our pet food bank, which we offer weekly from our shelter location, but we also have pop-up locations all over the community.
Got leashes, collars, bowls. I get to see the pups. I get to help. I love what they do. I love the way they help people.
So southwest side of Fort Wayne, we serve this whole area. Today we'll probably get about 40 families coming through. It'll come out to be maybe 230 pets that we'll serve today on Tuesday.
Another aspect of Pet Promises is our Compassion Foster program, because there are people in crisis all the time for whatever reason. Maybe they're escaping domestic violence, or they recently had some medical crisis of their own and they need to be in the hospital for 3 weeks, but they don't have anyone who can keep their pet. We'll house it here, no one will know that it's here, and then as soon as whatever crisis in your life is over, you can come back and get your pet, and you don't have to be separated from them and add that to the things that you just lost.
We also offer quarterly vaccine clinics where our neighbors who live right here in our neighborhood are able to come 4 times a year and get free vaccines for their animals. We offer our in-home services, which is volunteers who go into the homes of pet owners just to help them provide care for their animals. Maybe it's just scooping litter boxes, maybe it's trimming nails. We become trusted resource for pet owners, particularly those living in poverty, particularly those who are lonely. They rely on our volunteers to come in. We think that if all it's going to take is for us just to bring a little pet food by or transport your animal for its annual vaccines, and that pet can stay at home and continue to provide that pet owner with the companionship and the love that that pet owner needs, and really that that pet needs, there's no reason to disrupt that relationship. There's no reason that that animal ever needs to come to the shelter. Mahatma Gandhi was quoted as saying that you could really tell a lot about a community by the way its animals are treated, and we strive always to help improve this community, and the best way that we can do that is to make sure that our animals are cared for, and we know that animals aren't pets without people.
So why is Pet Promises important in our community? Animal shelters everywhere are overcrowded, not just here in Fort Wayne and Allen County, but all across the world. Cats and dogs are surrendered every day by families who love them and just want what is best for them. A large percentage of animals are surrendered because their owners couldn't afford to care for them anymore, or because they need additional assistance and feel that physically they're not able to care for them anymore. Pet Promises was created to fit our city's needs and fill the cracks to keep animals in their homes and out of shelters. So all of Pet Promises programs are created based on why we're seeing surrenders at shelters. Some of the volunteer opportunities that you can be notified about are our Pet Promises opportunities, and those include community outreach and canvassing. One of the biggest hurdles that we face with Pet Promises is letting the community know about the program and how we can help. So we do try to canvass several neighborhoods every year that have high surrender rates. And then we also need help with manning information tables at community events. We also do some online outreach via Nextdoor app and Craigslist and sometimes Facebook. And then we have 4 quarterly vaccine clinics out of our shelter location, and we need help prepping for those. So in addition to prepping the vaccines, we also need help prepping all of the paperwork for those programs. And then we also do some phone canvassing and scheduling appointments and things like data entry. So we do 150 clients every time we do one of our vaccine clinics. So scheduling is a big task that we have to take on every couple of months, and that's one of the things that you can help out with. In-home services is one of the umbrellas under Pet Promises, and the volunteer opportunities that fall under in-home services are food and supply delivery to homebound community members, groomer and veterinarian transportation for disadvantaged pet owners, nail trims and litter scooping for the elderly, and dog walking for your disabled or elderly neighbor. So now that you've completed our volunteer orientation for Pet Promises, you'll complete a survey and a release below this video, and you'll select which opportunities you are interested in. They're listed again on the screen. If you're interested in Pet Promises, or if you're interested in in-home services, or you can sign up for both. You'll also be filling out information based on where you live and where you would be willing to travel to for your volunteer opportunity. When there is an opportunity available, someone for our team will reach out to you via email, and you'll be able to claim that opportunity. Or if you don't want to, you don't need to claim the opportunity. There is absolutely no minimum requirement for how many opportunities you need to do, and there is no maximum. So if you want to do 2 a month, that's great. If you want to do 1 a year, that's fine too. There is absolutely no requirement for how many you do. If you have any questions, my email is on the screen as well. It's dwagner@humanefw.org. We look forward to working with you together on this new public opportunity.